Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And T-Mobile and Verizon going head to head on fixed wireless in terms of the competition aspect of it is creating immense pressure on cable. So I will leave this article in the description down below so you guys can check it out. And this is one of the analysts that I do agree with from Wells Fargo Securities, Steve Cahall. T-Mobile, Verizon fixed wireless subscriber additions could double by 2023, analyst says. And then he goes on to say, fiber 5G buildouts will increase capital intensity for cable operators. So some of the cable companies are going to have to go back to the drawing board. Some are going to have to completely pivot on everything. Spectrum, just for an example, Spectrum may not be able to go back to the data cap that they're planning to because of the fixed wireless aspect. They may not be able to. And if the apartment complex or neighborhood that they're in is served by AT&T fiber, for example, they may not be able to do it anyway because AT&T fiber does not have a data cap. And them implementing a data cap could cause them to lose customers in multiple ways now. It could be fiber, and now could be fixed wireless. So the cable operators across the board are going to have to get back to the drawing board. And like I said, some are going to have to pivot completely across the board. Some cable operators are not coming out saying they're not going to go with DOCSIS 4.0. They're going to shift and pivot towards fiber. It's the smarter investment. But the companies overall, the way they've been ran, the policies, they're going to have to change because fixed wireless is going to put up big, big numbers. Now, some of these cable operators have MVNO deals with Verizon, and Verizon is going to likely cut into some of their share. So this is competition. This is good, healthy competition for everyone across the board. Now, I do agree with this analyst, but I think other firms and other analysts are going to have to start waking up, and they're going to have to start realizing the effects that this is going to have on the industry as an overall. T-Mobile's already at scale with this product. They're just holding themselves back in limiting the amount of people that can get the service. As soon as they scale the backhaul, add more spectrum, maybe build more small cells and sites, they'll be able to open it up to a broader audience. But for now, they're kind of limiting to the amount of people that can take advantage of the product. Because like I said in previous videos, T-Mobile is new to this. This is a brand new business to them, new and evolving. So they're learning and they're studying the usage pattern and how much they can really handle or would like to handle before the network really does get a huge strain on it. So that's what they're looking into. And same with Verizon, although Verizon is taking a bit of a different approach on that, but Verizon has gone deeper into that whole densification aspect of things with the millimeter wave and with all the sites that are going to have C-band, and of course Verizon's own backhaul, which is why I think eventually T-Mobile will also have to get into the fiber game. They will have to start deploying fiber to their own sites because as they need more resources on fiber, they're going to have to continue paying an increase because they're renting. It's just like your rent at an apartment, there is a possibility that it could increase every year. And it's the same here with T-Mobile. If T-Mobile wants to go from 1 gig to 10 gig, that's an increase. If they want to go from 10 gig to 25 gig just to remain competitive with the industry, that's an increase. So eventually I do think T-Mobile is going to have to get into the fiber game, which is going to increase the CapEx intensity on their end. And they're going to have to start deploying their own fiber. They're going to have to do it at some point. Right now, in the short midterm, that just does not happen because they're so heavily involved with the merger and they're still decommissioning the Sprint network, and that's heavy on the OpEx. So they're not going to attempt any of that. But in the future, when they have that higher free cash flow, that 17, $18 billion mark, then they have the ability to raise the CapEx 3 to 4 billion to start deployments of the fiber. You know, they start off slow, and then as each year goes by, they start ramping that deployment up. But for now, fixed wireless is a big deal. It's going to be a big deal for T-Mobile because they're expanding. They're adding 60 plus cities every so often, and they're going to grow their business accordingly. They're going to hit the numbers that they're guiding. It's 7 to 8 million by 2025. I know that could be considered a large amount of usage versus a small margin of return, but T-Mobile is looking at it from different sides. It's not just necessarily the revenue intake, the $50 that they're getting for the home internet, but it's a potential wireless conversion as well, which is going to increase the ARPA of the account. So that's how T-Mobile is looking at it. Verizon is looking at it in the same way. They're looking at it as a network as a service. You know, if we can get you locked in on that $25 pricing, then we can also get you likely converted over to wireless. And they have some of the highest, paying wireless subs in the industry. So that's a ARPU play for them as well. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Doubling the growth by 2023 is a big goal, but it fits right into the hands of the guidance by 2025 for T-Mobile and Verizon as well. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel, follow the social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. I will see you in the next one. Peace.